Hello and welcome to the Conversation Is podcast, the TCIP. I'm Charlie Pitson.
And I'm Ash Hughes.
And today the conversation is...
Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah, boy.
Oosh. We're going to get a little bit deep again this week.
Very deep,
we've had a string of deep, layered
emotional
films. Yeah.
Yeah.
To do with mental illness. Possible mental illnesses.
Yeah.
And schizophrenia.
Do I diagnose myself? You'll find out.
Let's get into it.
Let's do this.
What an amazing cold opening to a film.
Yeah.
What a way to set the tone. Oh man, have I got notes for this film, which I done months ago as well, or weeks ago, which I don't know. I was on a very fueled and motivated night.
Again, I haven't seen this in years.
Obviously, I watched this last night. I watched it, like I said, a couple of weeks ago. I watch this quite often, to be honest. It's one of my favourite films. Phoebe Cates, what a beautiful woman. She is outstandingly beautiful.
Her hair looks like a comb.
Like a what?
A comb. Do you know?
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean, yeah. I get it.
Why did I think there was a bit where she plays a teenager? Oh, am I just imagining that?
Yeah.
Like,
I think maybe you're mixing it up with another film, I don't know.
I don't know. I always thought like most of the films she was a teenager, and then like halfway through, then she became an adult, and then was married.
No,
that's how long I have not seen this.
Yeah.
Man. I couldn't watch one bit when I was a kid. Right. I don't know why it scared me. It was the bit where he,
is it the fridge bit?
Fridge bit. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's like the Men in Black.
I guess that because that's not the first time I've heard that from someone.
It's the Men in Black thing when he pulls his face back.
Yeah.
And I can watch that now.
It's so like plasticky and brilliant.
When I first watched this, when he put this, I was like, oh, but I was probably like a 4-year-old child, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a very weird like practical effect. It doesn't look great.
No, it does not great at all. Yeah.
This is 1080p.
He looks like the Hamburger Man, you know.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's out there.
Yeah. This is 1080 as well, so it's not going to look great.
Oh God.
Good
but
thing
still,
Phoebe Cates looks beautiful in 1080p.
Huh?
Said still, Phoebe Cates in 1080p win. A lot of this episode is going to be me gushing about her because I honestly think she's outstanding.
I have no idea
who she is. She's amazing. I've only ever seen her in this film. Like I've seen like interviews and stuff with her. I'm lying. I've seen her in something else, but I can't remember what it's called. It's the one where she comes out of the pool and the kids like masturbating. That's pretty good. I get it. What's she doing these days? I'm gonna look it up. What she's doing, and I'm gonna look up who she's married to. She hasn't done a film since 2001, and she done Lego Dimensions in 2015.
That's a film, Lego Dimensions.
Not a video game. Sorry.
Right.
What was the film? She's in Gremlins.
She's what, in Gremlins?
Yeah.
Colin Farrell ruined phone booths for me.
Colin Farrell ruined what for you, sorry?
Phone booths.
Have
you ever seen that film?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Shocking.
Once when it was like 2004, was it? Maybe that's old, man. 2002.
Yeah. And about we need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that phone booth.
She's married to Kevin Kline.
She's married to Kevin Kline?
Yeah.
What the how old is she? Got to be in her 60s.
She's got to be in it. What?
50s, 60s.
Phoebe? No, 40s.
Well, this film's like...
56. Christ.
She had to be, man. This film's like 20 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. She's just so stunning. I just can't imagine her age, and she's incredible.
That's fair. She's nuts, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she's off the scale.
Is this supposed to be, like, present day, and then it goes back?
So this is like present day. This is like today in her life, essentially.
Yeah. But I mean, like, as in, so the thing with the Fred and all that, does that happen before, or is this leading up to it? Because I can't remember anything at all.
So
it feels like
the events happen, and then Fred comes back, and obviously Fred was her imaginary friend when she was a child. So the flashbacks are her and Fred as a child, and then
okay, yeah,
it comes back to the present day. Then, so in the last 5 minutes, she's lost her job.
Yeah.
Lost her husband.
Yeah.
Had her car and her purse stolen. Now
I say that's really unlucky.
Yeah, but also that's like her. I think this is her first ever, like, as an adult. These are her first experiences that are kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And I think this is the point of the film. Like, for a lot of people, I think this is just a comedy, but for me, I think it's quite deep. Yeah, so like, she's lived a fairly easy life up while she was with child, because obviously he's quite wealthy, and like I said, this is the first time she's having any sort of actual, what would be considered adult problems.
Yeah.
And I think the film is actually about like depression and anxiety and overcoming like childhood abuse, because her mother quite clearly was abusive.
Yeah.
And I think obviously now, because these events have happened to her, it's sparked off shit. Being an adult fucking sucks, which it does. Confirmed. We can confirm it does suck. And that's the whole spark then. And obviously Mickey mentions Drop Dead Fred there. I think that's the spark then that makes her like revert back to Fred, because I think the last time she was truly happy was when her father was still around, which was right when obviously Fred disappeared as well, or was put in that fucking little box thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's about a little bit about childhood regression, depression, abuse, all that nasty stuff.
That's fucking deep.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I loved this film so much as a kid. Like, my mother loves it. My mother, when I said we were doing this today, honestly, we just spent about an hour downstairs talking about this.
Yeah.
Because we just love it. Cause she was a big fan of the young ones as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so even as a child, you find this film hilarious, but I don't remember like what age I was. But one day, obviously, when I was a bit older, I watched it and like realised like all the subtext stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, shit, man, this film is amazing.
The underlying stories.
Yeah, like by the end, I was full on crying, because I understood like what was actually going on, rather than just, oh, it's a funny imaginary friend. I was like, shit, man.
That's why it's just great, because it's a film for all ages.
Absolutely.
In that sense, then.
Well, I mean, it's not very much for kids because of the language and stuff, but kids can watch this and it's fine, I think.
Oh, is that?
Carrie Fisher.
I was going to say, is that Carrie Fisher or Molly Ringwald?
No, Carrie Fisher.
Oh my god.
What a legend. We've never talked about Carrie Fisher on the podcast.
I know. I mean, we probably...
What an absolute legend.
We must have.
Maybe we
talk about Star Wars quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in passing terms, but
fair enough.
Not as her in a film. I mean, we got to talk about it now because she's in this.
Yeah,
and she is great in it.
She's great,
She's part of one of my favourite sequences. I think it's one of the funniest things ever.
Her greatest film of all time is got to be Jane and Bob Strike Back as the nun. I don't know why. She's just great.
I don't. Or the nurse in Fanboys.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I forgot about Fanboys.
What an incredible woman. She's amazing. Like, what a way to just embrace yourself. What an icon for just being who you are. Yeah. Even like with her funeral where she had the Prozac in the coffin.
Yeah.
What a legend. I mean, come on. And all the stuff she says in it, like about her coke nail and sleeping with Harrison Ford.
Coke
she
nail?
Doesn't care. Yeah, haven't you seen her coke nail in Empire?
No.
Oh man, if you pay attention to her hands in Empire Strike Back,
she's got one
like all her nails except for a little finger, and the nail is like huge, and it's very clearly just the one finger, and she didn't catch it. Like, yeah, it's my coke nail. Everyone in Hollywood has a coke nail. I was like, okay.
Why nail though?
She's a legend, man. Well, because you can put a little thing in the table.
We don't do keys in Hollywood. No spoons, I think.
And about sleeping with Harrison Ford. Did you know that? Oh man.
Yeah, he denied that, didn't he? But she was like,
she
was like, bitch.
Come on, yeah. And when she said like she had to sleep with George Lucas for the part, I was like, that girl does not give a shit.
Did she actually?
Yeah.
She banged George Lucas?
That's an old story, man. You want to talk about Me Too? You want to go back to Carrie Fisher? She said that in like fucking 80s, early 90s. She was like, yeah, I slept with George Lucas, the Princess Leia. And... Or it may have been one of the producers, I don't know.
Princess Leia.
Someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way too pink.
So there's some Carrie Fisher facts for people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't know any of them. That's great. Coke Neal, she banged George Lucas. I knew the Harrison Ford thing.
Either George Lucas or a producer, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was probably George Lucas.
Maybe J.J. Abrams as well. In more recent years.
We're lost to the world. And she's amazing writer as well.
Yeah. She didn't do a lot for a few years, did she?
No, but she worked as like a script doctor for a long time in Hollywood. Like
Yeah.
the stuff she's worked on would shock you. I'll get that now.
She's not credited for a lot of things, is she?
No, that's when she didn't want to be, and I think that's quite cool. I guess quite humble.
That'd be a cool job, though, wouldn't it? Script doctor.
Yeah.
No, you have to do all the hard work's done for you, mate.
Yeah, you just gotta like
I tweak that. I mean, I'm saying that like it's an easy job. It's obviously not an easy job, but I think it'd be way easier than actually just starting a script.
Just writing it, yeah.
I imagine, you know. Yeah. I've seen that video, and he's in a bar, and someone's filming him.
Yeah, and
he's like,
you know, yeah. There's one as well where he's in like a really important, like it looks like a type of like community town hall meeting or something like that, or like a church or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there's loads of people in rows, and then there's someone on stage talking, and someone's obviously like noticing filming him.
Yeah.
And the way he reacts is just so funny. What an absolute legend Rick Mail was. What a loss to the world, man. Was that the dark year where we lost Bowie and Prince as well?
And Fisher. She died at the end. She died
oh my
at the
god,
end.
Yeah.
Like, and her mum died 2 days later from a broken heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was it 2016? He died in 2016.
I think so, maybe.
That was a dark year.
Yeah.
January was the worst one, though, wasn't it? That was Rickman, Bowie, some other people.
What a way to start, yeah. Well, welcome to 2016. So she wrote episodes of Young Indiana Jones. Oh. She done some of the Star Wars prequels. All 3 of them, in fact. Huck. Yeah. Great film, I love that film. Wedding Singer. Can't find any more, man. But still, those are pretty good films. Wedding Singer is my favourite Adam Sandler film. What inspired casting? Rick Mail.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was his choice or what it is, but I'm so shocked he didn't get any other like major Hollywood roles because he's brilliant, man.
Wasn't this when the same year Bottom came out though?
I don't know. This is like
1991. This is
91, yeah.
Same year.
Because it like. Did you notice Aid Edmondson in Star Wars?
Hmm?
Did you notice Aid Edmondson in Star Wars?
No.
He's General Hux's admiral in Last Jedi.
Yeah?
Trust me, now you know. When you go back and watch it, it's all you'll see. I watched the entire film in the cinema. I was like, yeah, right, great. And then I saw a tweet from Mark Hamill where he had a picture with Aid Edmondson. He's like, I'm so glad I got to meet you. I was a huge fan. Where I was like, what? And there was a picture of him, obviously, in the film. And then when I watched it back, I was like, how the fuck didn't I even notice?
Not in it for long, though.
I mean, he's in it quite a bit.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's definitely a supporting role.
I mean, I remember, like, live tweeting this.
Like, he's got lines. Like, he's in it.
I watched the film once. I'm honest, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. And then all those 6 points go just because it's a Star Wars film.
Like I said, I think the Luke stuff is great. It's just everything else isn't.
Is it? Do you still? Oh, this bit.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Lovely, lovely, lovely dog poo. It's just the thought of it, innit? Oh my god! Imagine just. Oh.
The smell. You're in for the smell, you
Not
bitch.
even now. You just fucking. Oh, you'd wring his neck, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd absolutely kill him.
I'm so confused. If he's imaginary, how the fuck does anything he does have any repercussions?
Well, maybe she's doing it. That's the point, is that she is doing it.
That's the obvious fucking thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, which is insane, but...
Yeah, why would she do that?
Well, cause she's probably schizophrenic.
It's just too deep for me.
Yeah. It's just a throwaway comedy movie. Don't think about it. And I think, like, the fact, like I said, I think her mother is very clearly just abusive.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that obviously hasn't helped.
But that was an age of day as well.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Marshall Mason doesn't age. I mean, she has now a bit because she's in her 80s, but still. What a great actress. Have you ever seen her in anything else?
No. No idea who she is as well.
Oh, watch Heartbreak Ridge. Oh!
Yeah?
Oh, Heartbreak Ridge, man.
Heartbreak
Banger.
Ridge.
Absolute banger of a film.
Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah, very
Anyone
good film.
else in that?
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, okay.
Need I say more? Mario Van Peebles.
Okay.
He was in Highlander 3, but don't judge him on that. He's very good in it. He's kind of a bit of a Prince wannabe in it, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an absolute banger of a film. Probably one of the most quotable films I've ever watched. Like, one-liners are great. Clint Eastwood nails it. He's so funny.
I'll watch it just for Clint Eastwood, if I'm honest.
It's amazing, man. It's my mum's favourite Clint Eastwood film. It's such a banger.
Talk about Clint Eastwood. I've never seen any of his films.
Shut up. Any of them at all? None at all?
No.
Why are... why are you holding out to saying this?
Never brought it up. Never brought it up.
Oh, yeah, I've never brought up Clint Eastwood. I'm pretty sure I bring up Clint Eastwood in, like, more than half of our episodes. Easily.
Aye, fair, but I just never really thought about it, and I just remembered, I've never seen any of his films. No, I haven't.
That's depressing.
And you'd remember if you've seen one of his films, do you know what I mean?
I mean, he's not a cameo
I don't know
guy.
where to start, and I feel like I need to start somewhere.
Oof, okay. I wouldn't start with the spaghetti westerns yet.
Yeah.
But because they're quite... I don't know. I think you should watch some of his standalone stuff first. Like, don't watch the Dirty Harry stuff.
Yeah,
just watch
like a
single.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I'd recommend Gran Torino.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a good place to start.
What about $1 Million Baby?
$1 Million Baby's a fantastic
But
movie. Oh my god.
But he's not really the lead, is he? So never mind.
It's close enough. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for the first just because it's so heavy. Like, it's a phenomenal film.
I've seen plenty of spoofers. Oh, there's the scene that scared the shit out of me as a child.
The mega bitch squashed his head. That is a weird practical effect, isn't it? I love this whole sequence though, because I used to love the cobwebs thing.
Yeah.
And I just never understood what it meant.
Yeah.
I still found it hilarious. I had no idea. Like,
I'm just saying that, it's not that bad.
It's a bit rubbery in it, and the wig isn't great.
No,
it's a fantastic idea though. What a funny joke and a play off.
I can't do.
Oh, but yeah, man, I love it. Oh, the innocence of youth. Rick Mayall, that's what's so funny.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how good he is in this film. I honestly, there's so many scenes where I can't imagine filming it because I just couldn't. I absolutely couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll put it earlier. There's a scene that I think is one of maybe the funniest scenes of all time, where he's in a board meeting. Kills me, absolutely kills me. And a bit in a restaurant. Oh man, this film is so good. I don't know how they filmed it.
I feel like I'm watching it for the first time. That's why I'm just like...
That line, I always found this funny as well, and I still had no idea what it meant. Doing it like the pigeons, and this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because obviously Fred has a concept of adult things as well, obviously, because he knows what sex is, and, I mean, his little pervy thing there with the mum.
Yeah. So
obviously he's a reflection of her subconscious as well. He knows what she knows.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. But I also don't know if that is how it works, maybe. Because there's the letter thing. I don't know.
It's a bit dark, isn't it?
It gets dark. Yeah, I think it gets dark. Especially like that last scene.
I can't stop looking at it. He looks like a fucking watermelon.
He does. That's a good... Yeah. Yeah.
You're
not wrong.
It's the two shades of green and the stripes. Is that his natural hair colour?
I hope not. I don't know.
I don't think...
It doesn't look like dye. I mean, if it is, it's a good dye job, isn't it?
Yeah, that is good.
I'd love to know how much he improvised and like just...
Oh, he probably didn't have any lines.
Yeah. I wish there was like... It's such a cult film. And because it's such a cult film, I just wish there was more... There's so much more I want to know about. Like I said, I just can't imagine how they filmed this. I'd love to see a bloopers reel. I bet there's some amazing bloopers from this film and outtakes.
One thing I want to check actually is what is the rating? What is the Rotten Tomatoes rating?
I reckon probably in the 40s.
In the 40s?
I reckon like the critic rating is probably in the 40s, and then like fan rating is probably quite high.
Yeah,
At least 70s.
I reckon 64 for critic.
Yeah,
I don't usually think of the audience.
The audience score is always higher. Is it quite low? Is it low? Yeah.
9%.
Shut up. What's that? The critic one. What's the audience one? I bet the audience one is much higher.
Wow, man. It's not that
That's
bad.
disgusting.
It's fucking good.
Man, nah, this film is too deep for that
I think
score.
what the critics are probably panning is that the fact that it...
Do you know what we'll do? We'll bring back a segment that we made once and said was going to be a segment, but then it never was, from In Bruges, where we read the fucking reviews.
Shit.
And then I
was doing this right now. Seeing this right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, before we do that, audience score was 77%.
See?
So you were
yeah,
right.
I thought it'd be about 79, 80. I mean, what a huge gap. There's always a huge gap, but that's disgusting. 9%.
We're reading critic reviews, yeah?
Yeah. Let's see what these.
This is a rotten review. Drop Dead Fred is an erratic stab at making madness sensible, a slapstick nightmare that goes too sane, that tries too hard to be both good and rotten.
I don't understand. Yeah, right. He hasn't pointed out what he dislikes about the film. I don't understand.
That's the thing. That's like, you can read the full review. That's kind of just his. This is easily one of the worst films I've ever seen.
And that's just what they.
I mean, hang on, hold
Details,
on now. Right?
man.
I was gonna save this for what we watched, but I watched Fatal Deviation last night. This is nowhere near on a scale like the production of this is way better. This should not be that low. If I'm gonna give my honest consensus for this, I'd probably give it 54. And that's right now. That's just at this moment in time. We're like, what, 20 minutes in?
Yeah.
25 minutes in. I mean, like, it's silly. It's great. It's a good. It's for me. It's more of a. I don't know. I just like the Rick Mayall stuff. Anything else can just go in the bin. If I'm honest, like, he's what makes the film great. It's because he's got that eccentric kind of.
He's so charismatic.
Look at him.
Like, I mean,
he's just mental. He's funny as shit.
This is another thing as well. So her allergy to the graviolas when she sneezes obviously makes Fred go mad like that.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's because when she sneezes, like, her brain is shaking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a mini banger.
It's a mini banger, yeah.
It's a mini banger.
Little mini banger for you. The episodic flashbacks are cast in an unfunny Freudian light. Domineering mother, helpless to hubby, and tragically withdrawn child. What a laugh riot. That's rotten review.
Yeah, but... Right. He's right, but... That's also the point of the film. It's, like I said, the film isn't a comedy. The film is about, like, overcoming abuse and
this one
depression
here
and learning to stand on your own.
Is going to trigger the shit out of you.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, man, I'm already triggered as shit today. So, Wales played Australia today, innit?
Yeah.
Right. So, half time, they're just doing the cameras. In the fucking crowd is Eddie Jones, the English coach. He sees the camera and he starts trying to hide under his cap. Let me tell you, right? Oh, if I could fight anyone, any person in the world, it would be Eddie Jones.
Oh.
I despise the man.
It's been a while. Since you've
Honestly,
offered a fight.
And this is an actual offer. If anyone can sort that out, just do it. If there is anyone in the world I could fight, it would be Eddie Jones. I despise him. He is such an arsehole. We're leaving that. I'm not getting into rugby. We'll be here for 5 hours. And I'll start using language that will make YouTube demonetize us, and
yes,
we can't afford that.
So here's the review. It tries too hard to mimic Beetlejuice.
What?
Especially in British comic Rick Mayall's frantic performance as the title character. Mayall is no Michael Keaton, but it has a whimsical, calm energy. Compared this to Beetlejuice.
Where's he seeing the... I don't understand where he's seeing the parallels, man. What the fuck? What? I mean,
because Beetlejuice isn't an imaginary friend. Everyone sees Beetlejuice, right?
I mean, it's about ghosts and, like, the paranormal shit. I mean...
He's just about a fucking guy who's, she's schizophrenic as fuck. But, yeah.
That's insane. I mean...
Wow. This is the worst one. Dumb, Dumb, Dumb. Probably why Phoebe Cates retired from acting.
Ooh, that's a bit nasty. This was her fourth from last film.
Yeah, so she had a few more in the bag, This didn't ruin her. It's rare that it's rare that a movie so cleverly conceived is so poorly executed. It plays like a collection of skits that have been thrown together with little light of continuity.
No, see, no, that's a guy that hasn't paid attention because there very clearly is continuity.
As the naughty ghost pal of Phoebe Cates, and I'm not just
wrong. It's already
British
wrong.
actor named Rick Mayall is like Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's the
without
same fucking guy.
the
No,
juice.
No, that's bollocks. That's the same person.
This is a top critic as well.
That's the same person. They've made another account. There's no way two people have drawn that parallel.
He's made another account. I swear to God.
There's nah.
How to trigger. I think
There's no way
I think
to
our
draw
Rotten
that
Tomatoes segment is perfect for films that you love.
Yeah, it is.
I just
I'm
love watching
so
you get
defensive.
triggered. You're so offended.
But it's because I look way
It's
way
like
too much
Beetlejuice
into
without the
films
juice.
I love.
That's great.
Like Labyrinth.
Yeah,
I look way too much into that film.
Why did we not look at them? I mean, it's too late now.
Yeah.
But that's what we should have done is gone
Yeah.
through Labyrinth because I really wish there were some really bad reviews for it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if we checked the. We didn't even check.
No. We'll make sure to be more consistent on that.
Consistent, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know,
That's a good segment.
it is
we
good.
need to
yeah.
name it.
We'll call it Rotten Reviews. There you go. That's alliteration. Boom. Got it first time. I totally didn't say it rhymed earlier.
Boom.
Oh, wow. Honestly, that second just killed me. It's like Beetlejuice without the juice.
I don't understand why they've got that parallel. I don't like.
Shut up, Charles.
I hate Charles. He's such a creep. What a creepy this relationship isn't healthy either. And she's imagined this. None of this happens. We see later on that none of this is what they're actually like.
Have you ever seen Death Becomes Her?
Oh yeah, I have. A long time ago.
Bruce Willis, Meryl Streep, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's on with like.
I mean, I'm talking like
they're dead.
years and years ago, man.
It's got a similar vibe to this. That's what I'm getting from it, you know. You know, the whole like silly practical effects when she twists her neck and it's just like, yeah, do you mean? That's another film that. Did you just say shit yourself?
Yeah.
Shit
That's such a British.
Shit yourself.
That's a British thing, you know.
That's what we say all the time.
Yeah. That's the only thing that maybe made the schizophrenic thing maybe isn't right because I just can't picture her writing the note herself and sending it. I mean, she could obviously, if I don't know, it's just I don't picture it.
Do you think he's just her subconscious though?
Yeah, in a way as well. Yeah, like that. Now where you say no, now you look just like your mother. And
the epitome of gut feeling.
Yeah,
like he's telling her things that she knows deep down, but she doesn't want to.
Yeah, I think she's her truth.
So she's created a character that can kind of like.
Yeah,
talk
spot
to her
on, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that was alright.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool practical effect there.
Because like even with her as a child, he is more childish with her. Yeah, and that's, I think. Yeah, you're right. He's sort of like a reflection.
I think she's trying to use the humour to try and bring it down a level. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a bit gutting that like the film is kind of her wanting to get her husband back, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's essential. That's
I feel
that's
like that. I feel
plot,
like that's probably what kind of brings it down a peg because it just feels like you could have it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not what it's about. It's about her realizing she doesn't need her husband. She doesn't need her mother because her mother's an absolute like mad woman. Yeah, do you mean? And she doesn't even need Fred because she can manage on her own. Do you mean? It's about her. It's like a coming of age film in a way, you know.
How old is she supposed to be?
I don't know.
I feel like she should be like...
Because Charles looks old as shit. He looks like he's about fucking 50, man. It looks like a very weird relationship.
But then didn't people in like honestly, the late 80s, 90s look like 20 years older?
Honestly, the only note...
It's the hairstyles really though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like no,
it's his face. The only notes I got for Charles is that Charles is a fucking douche and an old creep. Generally, Charles is a fucking douche, old creep.
Old creep. Yeah, there we go. That's all we have to say about Charles.
There's another one as well, but I'm not saying.
So she's retired then, is she, from acting?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I don't know why she's done that one random voice role in a Lego game, but
money.
Yeah, but I mean,
she's probably coming off the ends of these now. You know, this made a lot in VHS sales. I mean, I owned a VHS of this.
Yeah. I own the DVD too.
This
and the
is
Blu-ray,
another.
so-
This is another like the last few weeks above it. Obviously, the Dark Crystal Labyrinth. The films that I
This is the only part of the film that doesn't work for me. Is the whole houseboat stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know. It just doesn't land with me.
What? Because she lives on a houseboat, or just because?
Not just the whole scene. I just don't. I don't know. I feel if there's anything, like if you put a gun to my head and said, right, you got to cut something from this film, it would be this whole like the bit where he's the pirate and they sink the boat.
Yeah.
But it does also lead to my absolute favourite sequence in the film. So
You kind of need it now.
yeah.
Or was it just too long? Is that your problem?
Yeah, I
maybe?
think it's just a bit too long.
Doesn't get there, like. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe part of it is I know what, like I said, what the next bit is, and like I said, I'm just like, oh, I just want to get to that because it's so good, man.
Yeah.
But
Is there any other big names in this? Like anyone just pops up as like a supporting role, or just Carrie Fisher?
I mean, Marshall Mason was quite big at the time, not so much now.
Yeah.
I mean, Carrie Fisher, I mean, what would you say? I mean, she speaks for herself. I mean, Phoebe Cates was quite big at the time as well, but...
Did we check what she's been in before this?
Yeah, Gremlins. There's nothing I knew.
Gremlins, yeah.
There is another film I've seen, but I just can't remember what it's called. It's like in a bad 80s, typical teenage, like Ferris Bueller rip-off type thing.
That's probably where she gave up then.
Maybe.
Fast.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High is the other one I've seen.
Ah, yeah. How's she now? She's 56. Well, she attended the 81st Academy Awards in 2009. So she must have done something then.
I mean, she obviously must be doing something, otherwise she wouldn't be able to live. So she's working some way.
No, Anniversary Party was the last film. And it was directed by Jennifer Jason Leigh and Alan Cumming.
I don't suppose you watched the Lost in Space reboot?
No.
Parker Posey in it?
No, I haven't.
It's quite good. Quite good.
Parker Posey's great.
Yeah.
She's really good. Have you seen Dazed and Confused?
No, it's on
Don't
Netflix.
think
I've seen it on like it's
Watch
on
it.
my bar thing on Netflix.
I almost bought the Blu-ray in H&B yesterday. It was in a bargain bin
Really?
for like £4, and I was like, "There's a Criterion Collection version." And obviously, you know, I'm a nerd with shit like that, so I'm gonna get that version because it's got a nicer cover as well. And also, you know, you get the making of and behind the
All
scenes
good
with
shit.
Richard Linklater. Can talk for fucking days about his films. You know what I mean?
That's where I wish like this. I wish there was so much more. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I find it so funny. I just, like I said, there's so many scenes where I just can't imagine them not cracking up. I want to see a blooper reel from this.
That's probably something out there.
It's probably something out there.
YouTube,
definitely.
You tried on YouTube?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah, there's a very rare footage of it done. I think some of it's in black and white. Oh, how much do you reckon that's made?
how much?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I would not. What was the budget? Let me know the budget, and then I'll take a guess.
Budget was 6.788 million estimated.
Oh, probably about 30 million then.
14.8
Really?
domestic as well.
Ooh. Ooh, she?
The fuck is she? Annabella.
Ah, yeah, okay.
She's
Yeah, she
uncredited.
is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's only in for a little
Tim
bit.
Matheson's in it. Oh, that Tim Matheson is Charles. No wonder, dude, he only looks fucking 50. He was 50. Well, he's 71 now. So, like,
Yeah,
he would have been
about 50 odd.
44.
Yeah.
He looks 44. And Phoebe Cates is 56. So she would have been,
Both
like, in at 28.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad.
Bit weird, but okay.
Yeah, so look.
Weird casting choices.
Marshall Mason.
She's in her
is the mother.
80s, 70s.
She's 77. She nominated 4 times for the Academy Award of Best Actress.
Oh man, honestly, watch some of her films. She's doing a phenomenal actress. And like I said, Heartbreak Ridge. Watch Heartbreak Ridge. If you don't watch Gran Torino, Heartbreak Ridge is the next one to watch.
Okay, I'll watch. That is on my list.
And then maybe Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. That's the 90s one, right? Yeah. I like spaghetti westerns though, so I probably could.
Man, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the spaghetti. I mean, I'm sitting here with a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western tattoo. I mean,
yeah.
For a few dollars more is my favourite one of the 3.
Which one's the first one now?
So it's for a fistful of dollars for a few dollars more, and then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
But The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a prequel to the other 2.
Of course it is.
Possibly.
All third films are usually the fucking prequel.
There's a bit of debate.
I mean, off the top of your head, think of films that have trilogies where the third film is always a prequel.
Yeah, I mean,
so we got From Dusk Till Dawn.
There's a bit of debate.
Have you seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
No, isn't that like a horror film with like vampires and stuff?
Yes, you will like it just because George Clooney, Tarantino are brothers, criminals.
Right.
And obviously they take a woman hostage, and then they end up taking a family hostage and to drive them to Mexico. And they keep them hostage throughout the night because they stay in this bar waiting for this guy. It's very Tarantino until they get to the fucking bar, and then there's a whole dance with Salma Hayek and a snake. Tarantino sucks her feet a bit because that's Tarantino, his foot fetish. He's bleeding because he got shot through the hand earlier on in the film. In the opening scene, he gets shot through the hand. And the sight of blood, they all turn into bloodthirsty fucking vampires, and
right.
They got to survive the night pretty much. It's really good. It goes because obviously it was written.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah, I'll get to that now. Right, it was written by Tarantino, directed by Robert Rodriguez. So but they worked on it together in a way. So they kind of wrote the story together. Yeah, quite cool. I think Tarantino.
I hate that stuff in with Hollywood, the whole Directors Guild and that's
but they're
good.
They're best mates. So they both worked on a film called Four Rooms together as well in the 90s, which wasn't that good. But yeah, there's a second film. Tuco from Breaking Bad is in it. Who's the other guy now? The guy from Terminator 2. What's his name? Robert Patrick. I think he's in it.
The Terminator.
T-1000. Is that in it?
I think T-1000 is Arnold.
Or T-100.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Not
The guy who can turn into
the liquid metal guy.
Yeah, I think he's in it. I think it's him who plays the main character in it. And then the third one then is a prequel, so it's about how the bar existed, and it's set Michael Parks is in all three of them. One of the best actors of all time. Any other trilogies that you think there's loads?
Yeah,
there are fucking loads.
There's a lot of trilogies, man.
Back to the Future? No, that's not a prequel, is it? But it goes back in time further.
Yeah, it does.
So it's kind of the same.
Yeah. Have you ever seen A Million Ways to Die in the West?
No, I haven't, no.
There's a great scene where there's loads of flashing coming from a barn, and he opens it, and Doc is in there fixing the DeLorean, and it's exactly like it is in the third film. It's so funny.
Did they just cut footage? Take footage from it?
No, it's like him. It's what's the actor's name?
Christopher
Lloyd. It's Christopher Lloyd,
as
obviously
Doc
old as Doc Brown, but obviously quite clearly visibly aged.
What?
But it's exactly like it is in the third film. It's so good. Man, A Million Ways to Die in the West is really good. I'm not a fan of Seth MacFarlane. I don't like Family Guy and American Dad or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big fan. I don't even like the Ted films that much. I don't
Ted
think
one
they're
was
that
right.
good. Yeah.
If I'm honest, it's Mark Wahlberg has carried it for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's my guilty pleasure actor.
Yeah.
I actually like Mark Wahlberg.
But honestly, A Million Ways to Die in the West, I think, is one of the funniest films.
I watched that as well.
It's really good.
I think I started that a while ago because I was watching How I Met Your Mother at the time, and I was just like Neil Patrick Harris.
There's a really good joke in it, but I found when there's a really good joke in a film, but you find it so funny, but because you've had that conversation or thought or whatever yourself.
Yeah.
And there's a thing in it where he's talking with his friend. The actor that plays his friend, you know who it is. He was in Friends. He's Phoebe's brother.
Yeah.
It's him. And they're talking about photographs. And Seth MacFarlane says I wonder if anyone's ever smiled in a photo. And, and the other guy's like, oh, are you crazy? No. Do you know how long it takes to take a photo? It's 50 minutes. No one's smiling for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they had this big discussion about who would be the first person to smile in a picture. And then they pay it off later in the film where he talks to this girl about it, and she's like, oh my God, yeah, I'd love to know if anyone has, and if they're crazy, if they're nuts.
Yeah.
And then later on again, he buys a photograph from a passing trader of a guy smiling in a photo, and they all just lose their minds.
Oh my God.
And this guy's the first
15
guy.
15 minutes to do it.
Back in the old days,
so they
probably longer.
They have to hold the expression for that long.
Yeah, and there's a whole discussion about it, and I've generally
why
had
can
that conversation
you just do this
with Dan.
and he's like, right, 10 seconds left.
Yeah, exactly.
Smile.
Honestly, it's such a good series of jokes, but like I say, it's because I've had that conversation myself with Dan.
Fucking hell.
Right. Yeah, and so The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is quite maybe it's a prequel, maybe it's not. It's not really, like, no one's really sure.
Yeah.
But because the main thing about it is that it's set earlier than the other two, and obviously Clint Eastwood is the linking thread, and the main link people take from it is that it's where he gets his poncho from. He gets his poncho in that film.
Yeah.
And then obviously the poncho is, like, famous as shit and in the other two.
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure because they were saying at the time that none of the films are linked. I was like, okay. And also Lee Van Cleef is in that for a few dollars more as a completely different character.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense if it's a trilogy, as obviously if Clint Eastwood is the linking main character.
But is he playing the same character, though?
Well, this is it. They never name him.
Like, is he like the unnamed man kind of? Okay.
But that's it. But whereas with Lee Van Cleef, he's two completely different
if it's
characters.
called A Fistful of Dollars and then for a few dollars more, surely there's a link because it's the same fucking name.
I mean,
The Good, Bad, the Ugly. I can imagine that is.
Yeah, it's
separate.
Kind of
because that's what I kind of got confused. I obviously you can just Google it, but I think they're all on Netflix, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
all three of them on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I was just like, which one's the first one? And I was just, you could easily just click on it and look for the date.
Yeah,
because I knew there was. I think I knew those three were the trilogy of sorts. Anyway, and it's just too lazy to check out.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of it's one of those things where if you want it to be the prequel, then go ahead. If you don't, then don't. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to see. Yeah, we can keep playing this movie. We stopped for a while for that.
Yeah, I want to watch this scene because I think this is the best. One of the funniest sequences is like in this film, if not ever. It's so good. I can't imagine how they filmed it. I'd just be dying. So obviously she's telling like Carrie Fisher's character now that she sunk a houseboat.
Yeah.
And she's like a big time lawyer, and so is the other guy that she was sleeping with.
Okay. Even my VHS of Star Wars.
My Prozacs. I can't imagine it. I couldn't film this. I'd have to be fired from this film. They'd have to cut me from it.
I love he's trying to do his hair and it's just still sticking.
Yeah, it's just still crappy. This, I believe this must have been improvised. I don't think you could script like Rick Vale for this.
I don't think anything. Like I said, I don't think any of his words were scripted.
His movements and the way he the way he says the things he says.
I was being that guy and I'd be like, do not laugh.
I just
do
can't
not laugh.
Like, and obviously everyone in the room just trying to imagine that he's not there. Carrie Fisher, always a star.
Who was she talking to just now?
Well, she thinks it's Fred, isn't it?
Yeah, but why would she just randomly go to the and go like, "Excuse me, sweetheart"?
I don't know. She's trying to be nice to him. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But she's also not. She knows he's an imaginary friend. So why?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think it's funny how
I'm all for harpooning Charles through the head.
Douchebag.
He's just, he's such a douche. Oh my god. This is another one of my favourite scenes.
Do you reckon?
Again, I just can't.
If she masturbates, does he do it for her?
What, Fred?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, now you're taking this to a very weird place here now.
No?
I'm just not even going there. I don't think so, no. I absolutely hate Mickey. He's so cringy. He's like the epitome of just, so cringy.
Just a good guy.
Yeah, but he's just, he's sickly. Like, do you mean he's too nice? He just, he comes off as desperate and cringy. You know, he makes me sick, man.
Every scene you think is going to be, it goes too far, and then it's not, and then you're like, when's the too far scene? I don't think we got it for a while, is it? It's still like 40 minutes. Never mind.
Yeah. Still. I don't know where the too far is. I think maybe this is actually probably the this leads to the peak, I think.
Yeah.
And there's a line in this film where when you hear this line in this film, I can tell you it's 100% me. You're gonna know it's me. That's some great physical acting as well, because it looked like that it is someone doing it. You know what I mean? Oh, shut up, Mickey. Oh my god. Mickey Fat Pants. Fred is right, he's an absolute douche. That's his subconscious being like, come on now. You know he's a douche. That's definitely inside.
Did she just say what the fuck?
Maybe. I think this is like a 15 or a 12.
Oh,
I hate him. Why has she got such shit taste in men?
Why does she agree to go out with him then? Or was he like pestering her?
I don't know. Stop trying to be cool, Mickey.
God,
I don't.
On absolute douchebag.
He's just so cringy, and he like, how desperate can he be? I mean, he's trying way too hard, man. Amigo's his Spanish pal. You were in an Italian restaurant.
That's how thick he is, though.
Yeah. I think this is probably like technically the peak.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not like a huge thing like that.
Yeah,
but
I just forgot. She's just shouting at herself.
yeah, exactly. You'd never get there now, a quadrant.
Oh no way! Yeah, no, they'd be cool. Fucking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Oh, that ain't Fred's son. Just smashing some woman with her bag. Have you ever seen A Beautiful Mind?
Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's a great film. It's a good film. She's so mean.
Yeah, but she's so right.
Yeah.
She's smashing poor girl's bloody violin.
The more and more I watch this, the more I sort of warm to the mother. I mean, I like her as an actress anyway, and I feel a little bit sorry for her because obviously, like, the husband does just do a runner. I mean,
yeah,
that's not cool. And from the way this seems, it doesn't seem like he maintained a relationship with her.
Yeah.
So I understand a bit. I think part of her thing is that she's afraid that that's going to happen to her daughter, that someone's just going to leave and she's going to end up on her own, like she is. So I think a part of it is fear as well. But
yeah, I mean, it kind of happens as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she's very much reflecting her own insecurities and fears onto her daughter, and in a not very nice, abusive way.
Yeah.
This used to be like my favourite scene as a child. I absolutely love this whole bit. Why whisper it when they're all in the waiting room for that doctor, so everyone obviously knows what he does?
Yeah.
Do you mean? It's like sitting outside a fucking cancer specialist's office with 9 people going, cancer.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. Guys, we all cancer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheer. They're like
weird. Huh? But it's the stigma in there about mental health.
That's very true. Yeah.
More mental health support. Do you know what they should have done for this? I think it's
people. Oh yeah, good.
They should have had the other young ones, Aid Adamson, Nigel Planter, and the other guy. They shouldn't have, because these guys are great, but that would have been quite cool. So this kind of disproves the schizophrenia thing. Yeah.
No, it totally does.
But also maybe she's just thinking, well, what would he be doing here? If these are... She's just learned that this is a doctor for imaginary friends.
Yeah.
I mean, that is why she says that line, because obviously it's fucking exposition for her.
Yeah.
And now she's probably thinking, well, if this is if all of these got imaginary friends, maybe Fred knows them. So
no, she's imagining new fucking people, yeah.
But also the other kids are seeing her. But maybe they're thinking the same thing. But they're also kids, so...
Do you ever have an imaginary friend?
No.
Damn, I really wanted some... We'll end that one. It's the only time I can ask you that question.
I didn't. Did you?
No.
No.
I wish I did, though.
It's the end of that discussion. Yeah, no, I just didn't.
They could have had Paul Rubens in this film. Just being Pee-wee. Because Pee-wee feels like an imaginary friend.
He looks like Pee-wee, doesn't he?
That guy, yeah.
She regressed to when she was last happy when her husband left you, pal.
Yes. I think if she had another kid, probably wouldn't, it wouldn't have an imaginary friend then. They'd just be friends.
Maybe.
Doesn't help that she's a lonely child.
Yeah, it's true.
Mum's, divorced and...
This line, yeah. I love Phoebe Cates.
Hold up. She's in other things. As I'm pretty sure she's in an episode of Friends. She plays like the receptionist at the hospital when Ross gets hit with the puck.
Oh, maybe.
It's gotta be. No, it's gotta be. But I'm not gonna check now. I'm still trying to go back to the trilogy thing. I feel like it's
trilogy
a thing. Yeah, and go through trilogies now.
What, where the third one is a prequel?
Yeah.
Isn't it more the second one though? I mean, Godfather 2...
I mean, for Godfather, yeah, but I'm like...
Like, you set up the story in the first one,
and there's a
exposition in the second one,
and then you go like, oh, well, if we go now, we can't go anywhere else, we have to go back.
Nah, I wouldn't do it like that. I'd set up the story, then a prequel for exposition, then the third one is a final act, finale.
Hold up, I should tell you something now. Apparently, Blade Runner is a trilogy. There's a side quill called Soldier.
A side quill?
That was released in 1998. Directed by... No, it's not the cool
Did you
one.
just say side quill?
Side quill. That's what it says here, yeah. Side quill.
What the fuck's a side quill?
I'm guessing...
Like happens at the same time?
I don't know.
I thought you just mispronounced sequel. I was like, whoa.
So, basically, it's called Soldier, released in 1998, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, not Paul Thomas Anderson. So, the the guy who did Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 and all the, the terrible
What did I
sequels.
watch recently that we were on about it and I said it was shit? He made something really recent. Was it Hellboy? Might have been Hellboy.
We talked about Hellboy weeks ago.
Yeah, it was something a while ago. I watched it, that he like his newest thing and I thought it was absolute pants.
Was his other stuff good? Or you just...
What, Wes Anderson?
No, not Wes Anderson, no.
You were just talking about Wes
Paul
Anderson.
W.
I'm
Paul
on
W.
about Wes
S.
Anderson. He done something recently and it was crap and we talked about it on
What,
the
Isle of
thing.
Dogs? That's his last
Hold on
one.
now. I'm confused. Who's the guy that done the Resident Evil films?
Paul W. S. Anderson.
Right. Is he the one that's married to Mila Jovovich?
Yes.
Right, yeah, he's shit.
That's it, he's shit.
Yeah. What's his name?
Paul William Scott Anderson. I'm not going to say W.S. I just did, but
Right, okay. Yeah, so I watched a film of his recently and it was wank. And also everything else I've watched of his, which is actually quite a bit.
Monster Hunt.
Is
He's doing a Monster Hunter film.
We don't need that.
He made Pompeii.
In fairness, he did Mortal Kombat and Event Horizon.
You directed Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Oh, of course he did.
Oh my god, he loves video games, man, doesn't he?
But he doesn't know how to adapt them.
No. I mean, the Mortal
He's the
Kombat
Zack
thing's
Snyder of video
okay.
game. He's the Zack Snyder of video games.
Resident Evil was rubbish. Alien vs Predator was rubbish.
Did he do that as well, did he?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm on the... Yeah. Fair.
Death Race 2.
He wrote Death Race.
Ooh,
He didn't direct number
Three
2 though. He
Musketeers.
just produced it, I think.
Oh my god, he's done a lot of Death Race stuff.
He's
like
doing the new
story
Monster. He's
games
doing
and stuff.
Monster Hunter. And
Mm.
Mila Jokovic, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She's in it, of course. So is Ron Perlman, because he'll do anything. He will do
anything, yeah. Did you watch Between Two Ferns? The film?
I did. Yes,
John
I did.
Hamm.
Yes,
I'll say
I
yes
did.
to anything. I don't say no to nothing. Oh my god.
No, you got me at the what made me want to watch it was the whole Peter Dinklage bit.
Yeah.
And he's like,
It's so
he
funny,
runs up,
yeah.
he's like, you got 120
It's the way
savings.
it's the way he leans against it and just points at it.
Yeah.
But like, because everything else is fake, and it's like, well, that's obviously fake as well. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Like, is he aware it's fake, or is he just?
It's when he comes in with it's like the full Pepsi cans or whatever.
Yeah, like I want to just a Peter Dinklage film because I want to know, but in that like universe, that canon, because like I want to know if he's aware that these are fakes or if he's just showing off and being an asshole. I don't know. It's such a good
a
film.
bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I think he definitely knows though.
I think it's one of those like the bits of it that are between two ferns are great, and I think the bits of it where it's like it's just them aren't so great. So, but
there's some funny bits,
Did you watch
do you notice the cameraman is he's in an episode of It's Always Sunny?
Is he who?
You know the one with the gang desperately tries to win an award,
Right?
and he's the guy who works as Suds.
Ah,
He's like, welcome to Suds.
okay.
You know what's it called?
Yeah.
The blue
the guy
hole,
from
whatever.
the US office is in that as well. The equivalent to Neil, I think, in the UK office. I don't know his name in the US one. I forgot. He owns the company. He's what's his name's boss?
Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got glasses.
Yeah. That's
And then he leaves and then comes back like right at the end because he buys the company in the end.
yeah.
to
And then he
save it.
goes nuts like when it goes dry, and he's playing the drums and shit.
Yeah, that's one between, and then
Yeah.
they go down because he's still.
Did we
rich.
find out what she was from?
We didn't. No. We paused the film for like
Lost track. Yeah, I
10
paused the
minutes.
film just because I wanted to say that I think I love Phoebe Cates, but I think she is the sexiest woman in this film. She is amazing.
We didn't even finish the trilogies thing, but you know.
I don't know what we're doing with that. I don't understand. Like
No, the whole thing is right. We were talking about something
yeah.
where the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Bad and ugly,
Right. So
yeah.
we're the Dollars trilogy or whatever.
Third
right?
film being the prequel is
Film the film being a prequel.
But I
We got
don't-
the
I
same
don't
from
think there's
Industrial
that
Dawn.
many.
Industrial Dawn 3 is it's called The Hangman's Daughter, and that's a prequel.
But is it more that you just do a prequel when you get desperate?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I mean.
Like
Like,
horror
that's why-
franchises do it. I mean,
That's what I mean. Like usually,
there's no big franchise.
you,
Like Lord of the
usually
Rings
there's.
doesn't.
I'm pretty
like,
sure there's a bunch of trilogies where the third film is always a prequel.
Yeah, but if it is, it's probably horror films. I mean,
Yeah, or sci-fi.
I like it.
Oh yeah, the Blade Runner side
Yeah,
quill. The Blade Runner called Soldier. It's got Kurt Russell in it.
Right.
Directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. I don't know why it's a side quill. I mean, what the fuck does that mean?
I assume it means it's happening at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, but how is it? Unless it's like, obviously Blade Runner is adapted from the Philip K. Dick book. Is this one supposed to be the same? Because like he's only written one book.
Who knows, man?
It
It obviously didn't do too great because I've never heard of it, and I've never heard anyone speak about like any other film in association with like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. People were, like clicking for a Blade Runner sequel for years, weren't they?
I think this is people. The film tells a story of a highly skilled soldier defying his commanders and facing a relentless and brutal genetically enhanced rival soldier. So that sounds like Blade Runner meets Terminator.
Yeah.
Blade Runner is like, obviously, Terminator is clearly a rip off of fucking Blade Runner anyway. It's gotta be. It's not an original idea, is it?
It's not. It's a rip off of an old. It's a rip off of an old Twilight Zone episode.
It received generally negative reviews, but praised the action sequences and Russell's performance. Connection to Blade Runner. So, Soldier is written by David Peoples, right? Just one guy, not multiple, who co-wrote the script for Blade Runner. Soldier is considered to be a spin-off side quill, so it's basically a spiritual successor to Blade Runner, seeing both films existing in a shared fictional universe. Of the film, I don't know, it does refer apparently to the elements of the stories written by Philip K. Dick. A spin-off from Blade Runner can be seen in the wreckage of the Jong planet.
Well, hold on now a minute, because and
Kurt Russell's character is shown to have fought in the battles referenced in Roy Batty's dire monologue.
Right. Now, Terminator, like you were saying, is a rip-off, but it's a rip-off of an episode of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Close Encounters, Out Limits.
Mm-hmm.
And that episode is called Soldier. So is that an adaptation of that episode?
No. It's literally just said that the reason why it's connected is because the guy who wrote the script for Blade Runner, he worked on this. No, he didn't. Yeah, he made this, and this is kind of this film had been written for 15 years at the time, and a spin-off from Blade Runner, which is like the cars, the cars they use, and then obviously. Yeah, it says that apparently Kurt Russell's character shouldn't have fought in the battles. That's referenced by Roy Batty's dire monologue.
Interesting.
The shoulder of Orion and Tan Hosergate. See? To me, that's not a side quill.
No,
that's just a film. This is a film that was written by the same guy who co-wrote Blade Runner. That's it. And he was just like, do you know what? I'm going to chuck in fucking Easter egg.
Right on my wave.
Trying to make his own fictional universe.
Yeah.
The Blade Runner universe. We don't need that.
We
didn't need 2049. But, am I glad it exists? Yes, I am. Because it's the most beautiful looking film ever made in the last 20, 30 years, if I'm honest. Sexy looking film.
Yeah, it is.
And
beautiful.
it finally won Roger Deakins his best cinematography Oscar. He got nominated for a shit ton of films. No, he didn't do Blood. That was Robert Elsbert. No Country for Old Men. Seen that? Amazing.
I don't know. Enough. I think it's boring. It's a bit slow.
No, I mean cinematography. Also, Javier Bardem is fucking amazing. Everyone else, you could take everyone else at the film. You could just watch him murdering people. It'd be great. You know what I mean? His character with his fucking wig, that haircut, man. I mean, the scene where he's choking out the cop with the handcuffs is my Twitter header, and it has been for the last year. It's so good. That's a meme. Do you know what I mean? It's great. That's how much I love that film.
Yeah. I'm not fussed on it. Like I said, I've just slow burner for me.
Are you a Coen Brothers fan? Have you seen?
I wouldn't go as far as fan, but I wouldn't. I mean, I'll watch them.
Have you seen any other ones?
They put out.
Big Lebowski, obviously.
Yeah.
Fargo.
I haven't watched Fargo, no.
Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
No.
I love that film. Reading Arizona?
Nope.
Burn After Reading?
Nope.
Barton Fink?
Nope.
I think they did
Now
True Grit.
The True Grit remake, yeah, I just watched that. And the Ballad of Buster
Hail
Scruggs,
Caesar.
that's it.
Oh, Ballad of Buster Scruggs, yeah. Hail Caesar.
I wanted to watch Hail Caesar, but I don't know. I don't understand what it is. Is it a comedy or like?
I mean, they normally do like bleak.
The trailers
bleak
and things
comedies,
like
kind
that
of black
didn't do a
comedies.
good job of selling it to me. But I read about it beforehand and I was interested.
You
so
need
I
to
don't know.
watch it just up for the Channing Tatum sailor scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I will watch that.
Because that is the greatest bit. That's the greatest bit of all time. It's just the bit, the dance, man. I remember watching it. I'm watching the cinema now. I can't remember who I was with. We're talking about it, and they were like, "Oh, I had no idea what the fuck went on in that film. Like, is it you following George Clooney or Josh Brolin?" I'm like, you follow them all. Like, it's an ensemble film essentially. Like, not quite, high scale.
But
fucking, Boogie Nights, Magnolia ensemble, but you follow multiple characters. And Ray Fiennes is in it, and he's just amazing. The guy who plays
that's a great cast.
Solo, Han Solo.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now.
I don't know his name. He's alright as Han Solo as well. That child is such a good little actress.
I thought it was Charles, man. He's that old?
He's that old, yeah.
She's banging her dad? Well, has he just come back at this point, is he?
No, he hadn't left. He gets arrested by mistake.
Yeah.
And I think this is the last time we see him. He just leaves, and then this is it. We never see him again. Like, I don't know if he comes back and they are divorced. There's not much exposition on the father other than
He just kind of leaves. Like, it's
Yeah.
time to leave the scene. He just doesn't even say he's leaving.
they don't explain enough.
Yeah.
Do you mean?
No, I get you.
And because he seems to be fair, he seems fairly decent. Which, like I said, I mean, they don't say anything about it in the film, but it seems to me like he just doesn't bother with her even once he's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a bit unbalanced.
All right, Charlie Kelly. Vote for me is a vote for good.
Thank you. So do.
What the fuck did I even say? Dude, you're illiterate.
Yeah. Okay, Fred.
That's just metalcore band logo, mate.
Yeah. It does look like one. Yeah.
Went for cigarettes. That's what the dad meant. That's why him leaving didn't seem so dramatic.
Dramatic. Yeah.
He's only thinking pop him to the shop, and then he had an
Yeah,
epiphany when he was in the shop.
Mad,
Where's
yeah.
that scene? Where's the father's epiphany? Like, why am I with this mad bitch? Just fucks off to the end of time. Does he ever come back? Like, do you ever see? You don't see him in the future.
That's it now. That's it with the father. Done.
He could have died, mind.
Well, mention it then.
Divorced.
Say something. You gotta say something.
True.
And like I said, or at least make him out to be just an absolute
I think that just that
trash
one
dad.
line saying like the dad died or he did this
Yeah.
would make the film from a 9% to a 99%. That's all you need,
Possibly.
man.
And like I said, it's even worse because they make him out to seem like a good dad.
Yeah.
Like if they made him out to seem like an absolute trash bag, then it makes
Yeah, he's
sense.
right,
You
yeah.
because you'd automatically
No, he's
assume
like,
he's
let
out
her
of the
play.
picture.
Don't
Yeah.
trap him in the box.
Weird, man. Weird.
He was like, I want my daughter to be mental.
Yeah, I'll leave her with this mentally abusive, possessive, insane woman that is my wife.
Who won't let you walk on her carpet.
Yeah.
What's the point of having a living room then, isn't it?
Gradiolas. Like good old 90s CGI.
Oh, God. Wow.
It's good, innit?
It looks like someone just left a sticker on the TV screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
We didn't check who this woman is. She keeps
well,
it up. Like, nah.
She's amazing.
I give it like 6 weeks now. We'll finally
Yeah.
find a list of trilogies as well, prequels. That's what I'm going to do for next week. I'm going to make sure I
Yeah.
do it. Right.
It's like that's the type of thing where we can't look into that on the fly.
No. It take days.
Yeah, I suck at Googling things while we're recording anyway. That's why it takes so long. But I couldn't do that.
All right.
Here he is, look.
What's her name? The
Nurse. I think she just comes up as nurse. Because my note for her was, when I said, I talked about this for ages with my mum today, and I was looking at my notes, and I'd just written, nurse is amazing and sexiest character in film. And I couldn't remember who she was. I was like, what nurse is in it? And mum was like, it's the big, huge one that's like really scary. And I was like, oh yeah, she's fucking sexy.
Yes.
She could sit on my face, honestly. She'd snap me.
Cheryl Hawker.
Cheryl Hawker.
She's known for CSI.
When you're known for CSI, that means
she's had like one bits in TV
years.
shows so much.
Yeah.
She was not in Friends. No, she wasn't.
Oh, Mickey, shut up.
Look at that beefcake.
Where
are all the beefcakes, alright?
He looks like Hades from...
I was going to say, he looks like... he should be in the Wizard of Oz or something.
He looks like Hades from Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Dye blue, innit? Or that yellow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Joker. Not Joker, fucking Riddler.
Oh, Rick Mail Riddler.
Yeah.
That would have been good, man. That would have been really good.
Better than Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that film. It's not great.
Do you watch those films? Like, ever?
Not really.
Don't watch any Michael Keaton's? No?
I occasionally watch Batman Returns. Like
Batman Returns.
If I watch
Batman
any
Returns
of them, it's Batman Returns.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Jack Nicholson's Joker. Not a fan.
No, it's quite average. I mean,
it's one thing that kind of changes it for me. It's literally because he's just too large.
Yeah, he's quite square, isn't he?
Yeah,
I get exactly what you mean. Yeah,
I think he'd be a good or elder Kingpin.
Yeah,
like Kingpin in like when he's like 80.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But no, I just I like scrawny Jokers.
Yeah, wiry. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Wiry. Yeah.
This is Annabelle,
and I think that's why Jared Leto. Oh my god. That's why Jared Leto's Joker didn't do anything for me, because I think he's just too good looking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what though?
I think that's why Joaquin Phoenix...
Other than like the actual look of the character, the tattoos and the fucking stupid teeth, I thought he was quite a good Joker. I think he's...
In terms of like...
I think he's one of the best parts of that film.
He's more of a psychopath.
Yeah.
Rather than...
Like, I definitely feel as if he was sitting in a room and you wouldn't have an idea what he's going to do next. He really sold it to me. I thought he was quite good. I gotta be fair.
I think he's such a good looking dude though, isn't he? So like,
yeah, and
you're never gonna make his face.
The whole look of his character.
And there's no way he's gonna do anything that drastic, like like scar his face or something like that. Do you know what I mean? He didn't even have the scars, did he?
No.
It was do you know what I mean?
I mean,
Joaquin Phoenix, man, he's gonna get it for me, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard mixed things. Like
no, I mean him alone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean. When it, like that whole standing ovation thing come out and everything, I was like, oh yeah, amazing. But now it's gone to like more like general critics and reviewers.
Yeah,
I've seen quite mixed.
And also it's a lot of people are like, it's a typical DC vs Marvel thing going on as well. So like, Marvel fanboys are just gonna
hate that
blasting for no reason. Childish. Honestly,
anyone who says DC stuff is too dark for them clearly has never read a DC comic since the fucking 80s.
It's got 77 on Rotten Tomatoes, but it was on 92, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
And then most of them are clearly bloody...
And my biggest issue is I just don't feel we need it. I don't think we need it, man.
Rotten Tomatoes do a sweep again like they did for Endgame.
Yeah.
Because the people...
like the fake reviewers.
Fake reviewers, yeah.
With like Captain Marvel as well.
I mean, the casting's great. Joaquin Phoenix, Zazie Beetz,
the casting is amazing.
Mark Maron, Francis Conroy.
I just don't see why we need it. And I honestly, I know they've said they haven't, and I don't care what they've said. If that makes a lot of money, they will spin their universe off from that. I'm telling you, they will link that into their universe if it makes.
Which I feel like they should do. I feel like they should completely wipe the slate with everything bar Wonder Woman and.
They need to do Flashpoint. They have to do Flashpoint.
Joker. I think it's going to be. I know it's going to be a different one because it feels. Have you ever seen the King of Comedy?
The King of Comedy.
Yeah. The Scorsese film.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's literally the same film. Right.
That's what I've seen a lot of people saying. Oh, it's just Taxi Driver, but with the Joker and things like that.
It's Taxi Driver and King of Comedy mixed into one. And there's a lot of Scorsese elements in it. You can tell from the trailer.
But wasn't Scorsese supposed to make it? Wasn't he going to make it with Leo DiCaprio?
No, he's going to produce it with Leo. That would not have Nah.
That was the thing, though, wasn't
I
it?
think I think that's why I don't know. I just think Joaquin Phoenix is probably one of my favorite actors. I think he just, I think he's one of the very few great method actors.
He's a great actor. Yeah.
There's a lot of method actors like Jared Leto. He was really good in Dallas Buyers Club.
I love
Requiem for a Dream,
Gladiator. Oh my god, in The Emperor and Gladiator, he's so
creepy as well,
and just it's like slimy.
And then in Here and Vice, he's Doc, and
Yeah.
he's just like stoner.
Have you seen 8mm?
8mm? No, I haven't.
Oh, that's quite good. It's a Nicolas Cage film. He's like a private detective.
That's not Cronenberg, is it?
No, I don't think so. It's quite old, like 90s.
Cronenberg's been doing. He did The Fly.
Maybe then it could be. He's a private detective, and he gets hired by this big, massive, huge, like Donald Trump millionaire type guy dies, and his wife hires him because she finds a porn film in his collection.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Of this girl, and she gets killed in the film. So she hires Nicolas Cage, and she's like, right, is this real? Who's this girl? Was my husband an absolute fucking maniac?
Yeah.
So obviously he goes on the case, but he goes in this pawn shop, and Joaquin Phoenix is the guy that works there, and he like hires him as his like go-between guy who like takes him to all the places and stuff.
Yeah.
He's really good in it, man. It's a good film.
I just googled it. It's Joel Schumacher.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I've been told to watch that because
it's not great, but it's a
talking
good
about
watch.
like films where
it's quite dark.
I'm trying to find films that are similar to Chinatown.
Yeah.
It's more of like a why done it rather than a who done it. Is that kind of like? Is it kind of like that?
You're right. Yeah, it is.
I think they're just
way
better than who done it. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. I don't. Right. I mean, obviously, he is trying to find like who produced the film, but it is like you said. Why? Do you mean it's
just
it's good?
That's right.
And man, some of the like I said, it's really dark and it's quite grotty. Like some of the places he takes him, like underground, like places that sell porn and like selling like child pornography and like animal stuff. It's really fucking like grotty and gritty.
Disgusting,
and,
is it?
Yeah. Very good film. There's a sequel that came out recently, but it's not like a crappy like straight DVD cash grab.
Yeah.
It's a sequel.
Oh, he banged Bridget Fonda. Oh yeah, Annabelle. She's in the start, isn't she? On the car, isn't it?
No, that was her in the party just now when he looks up her skirt.
Oh.
She's a bit clingy.
Yeah.
I mean, chasing him on the boat is a bit much.
Right.
I think that's another part why I don't like that scene because it just makes us seem a bit.
Yeah.
That's it. Cut his throat. I would never trust anyone else to shave me in a million years.
No,
ever. And I mean, obviously, at the minute I'm not, but when I do shave, I use a straight razor, so that's not on the cards. That's not like go there.
Are you just? It's because you like Sweeney Todd and you think
I
just gonna slice your fucking throat.
Nah, do you know what it is? My hair is really weird, and I find like the like Gillette ones, they pull my hair out rather than like cut it.
Yeah.
And it leaves me with like really like bad like red marks where you can see like the hair's been pulled out on my face.
Yeah.
And seriously, it just does it really clean, so it's easier.
I don't trust them.
Like
I don't trust them at all.
I do like the initial shave with it, and then like I clean it up with the Gillette one. But because obviously it's all gone, then so it's not pulling; it's just trimming the short stubble. No, yeah. I don't know what it is. It's because my hair is so like thin. It's really fine.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't cut. There's nothing to like resist against the razor, but so rather it just gets tangled in it and fucking pulls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with the straight razor, it just fucking does it straight off. Hold on a minute now. Hold on a second. Who the has a fridge like this? Who has a fridge with a shelf, like a half shelf in it? What's that about? That's not real. That's her tripping. It's gotta be.
Yeah, that's gotta be
Look
tripping.
at the way the food's stacked. No one does that. No one has a fridge like that.
No.
That doesn't exist. That's annoyed me for some reason. That's really pissed me off. I don't know why.
No, it's definitely she's seeing it though.
I like that the colour fades from his suit.
Oh yeah.
The more pills she takes. And well, like he obviously looks a lot iller.
Oh my god, some of the CGI is absolutely terrible, isn't it?
What do you mean terrible? It's amazing. I mean, you got to give it's 91 mine, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. Jurassic Park was 93 though. To be fair though, have you seen how they made?
Also,
have you seen how they made those the dinosaurs? It's everything. If you notice, like dinosaurs are mainly shown at night.
Right. Yeah.
It's something to do with like the lighting effects.
Okay, like with the skin
and like to get like the shadows right and stuff. It's really good.
That's one of my defenses of the like Star Wars prequel trilogy about everyone saying it's way too much CGI. There is. I absolutely agree. There's way too much CGI in that film, but you cannot criticize the quality of the CGI.
It's pretty good for what it is.
There's a scene where Yoda's walking through the Jedi Temple, and like the lighting in it, when it hits his ear and it glows through, and this level of detail.
Yoda looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't they?
The detail.
Is the Yoda in The Last Jedi? Is it in like a mix between practical and CGI?
The puppet, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like a puppet in it, but he's also CGI.
I think it's like what they've done with Dark Crystal, where they yeah
more like just facial expressions and stuff, and then there's a guy in there like
yeah, that's why she says she's scared to be alone. That's what this film is all about. Not about her trying to get her husband back. It's about her dealing with
that would make way more sense. Yeah, she just die.
Nah. Once I watched this, when I was old enough to understand what it was really about, this whole scene just really made me cry. And it does sometimes as well now. If I'm having a weird day, I'll actually
it's
cry
panning
at this.
and those whispers.
It's quite creepy as well.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
4? I think 4. Where they go in the miniature house.
That is a series I need to binge watch again.
It's a lot to binge watch. Did you ever watch the series Friday's Nightmares?
No.
Oh my god.
Is it bad?
It's a bit hit and miss. It's like an anthology thing. Some of them are right, some of them are bad.
Have you seen New Nightmare?
Watching. Yes. That's the one where he comes into like the real world. Yeah. I've seen them all, man.
I've seen like I think up to like 5 on that, and then Friday the 13th I've seen up to 7, and then 7's on when he takes Manhattan. I haven't seen that one. Freddy vs Jason, that is a shit show. Jason
right.
X with the one when he's in space.
Jason X, man. Oh my god,
nuts, isn't it?
I think that's more of a black comedy, though. I think Jason X sort of embraced how stupid like the franchise is getting, because it's kind of like when he starts beating the woman in the sleeping bag.
Yeah,
like I think it was quite tongue in cheek. Jason X.
I think they started getting like that from part 3, being honest.
Well,
I prefer part 2 to part 1 of Friday the 13th.
I like part 1 because of the fact that it isn't Jason.
It's his mum, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know they were going to do a sequel to Freddy vs. Jason, but with Ash from Evil Dead?
Wasn't it Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash? Yeah, I remember that. That's been development hell for God knows how long.
They done a comic series about it, and it's quite good.
I don't understand how that's not even a fair pairing, though, is it?
Well, it is, isn't it?
Ash
is the chosen one, so... Have you seen the series?
Yeah, I've seen some of the series, yeah.
Oh my god, I love the series. When they announced it was coming out, I was like, I'm
it's
not...
gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gutted. I did not want it all. I was like, we do not need this. I don't want to see Bruce Campbell. Like, I don't want to see him looking old. There's nothing they can do to sell this to me. But obviously I watched it. Man, what a great series that was. I think it was really underappreciated.
And what's her name as well from Xena? Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless, yeah.
His brother's in it as well, isn't it? What's his name's brother? Sam Raimi's brother.
Raimi's brother, yeah. Oh man, it was really good. Like the third series, I thought I was gonna dip here because I don't know where they're gonna go, but it really didn't. 3.
He did 3. Good ending. Oh no, it wasn't. They didn't get to finish the story, did they? They kind of just got cancelled without really finishing.
No, to be honest, they kind of finished the story in season 2.
Yeah.
Which is what, like I said, that's why I thought I'm not going to be on board with season 3. But it's weird. I'll tell you what, it's like the end of Army of Darkness, the third one.
Yeah.
You know, where it's just like he ends up in the future, and it's like, okay, it's literally that.
Oh.
Like he wakes up, he goes to fight this like huge demon ass thing, and then beats it, falls asleep or gets frozen or whatever, and wakes up like in the future.
Like way further in the future.
Yeah. Because the link is in Jason Goes to Hell, which I think is maybe like the 9th one or like 14th one, something like that.
Yeah.
You can see he's got the Necronomicon on his desk, which is probably how he keeps coming back to life. And that's like the linking thing.
Okay,
and
that changes things
at the end. I think at the end of that film, that's when Freddy like puts his hand out and grabs Jason's mask in the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And that links the 3 of them, and that was the original intention. Is that obviously Ash would go looking for the Necronomicon, which Jason had.
Fuck. Oh, we're gonna check this because I want to see if someone's still trying to make this film. I mean, it needs to be made now.
Honestly, I think the Evil Dead, anything to do with Evil Dead, they should just be left alone now. I think the 2013 remake was pretty good.
Versus Ash, yeah.
But I
I like that one. That's kind of good. Yeah, the ending was pretty right. They didn't do anything about it, did they? They made a movie trailer.
Yeah, but it's probably a fake one, isn't it?
No, Bruce Campbell's in it apparently. Yeah, it's a 6-series issue that was released by Wildstorm DC Comics. Yeah,
it's good.
You got a sequel apparently.
Yeah,
Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, the Nightmare Warriors.
Yeah, got a few sequels.
I want the film though. Don't give a shit about the comic. What's the film?
Hey, that's going nowhere now. I mean,
oh, hang on. There's a 14-minute short, 2011. I'm totally lost. Where did Fred go?
What?
He's gone, is he?
Yeah.
Has she embraced being alone now? Is she?
She has, yeah. So her final line to him is I don't need you. Or his final line is like, you don't need me anymore. You're fine on your own. Because she has that little breakdown as well. But she's like, I don't want to be alone.
I feel like we're just talking about something else completely.
Yeah, we got way sidetracked with the fucking Evil Dead.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
And like in the weird little house thing, obviously, she like confronts her mother and Charles. Obviously, her two biggest problems.
Yeah.
Boom. F you, Charles. Boom. What a great film. That's a horrible thing to say to a child, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's horrible, isn't she? Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve, bitch. Bye.
Yeah. Go on, Liz. See, that's what it is with the mother. She's just afraid of being lonely. And I think she's afraid of Liz being lonely as well. That's why I think she's so on it with the Charles thing.
Yeah.
But and obviously she goes about it like the completely wrong way, but I think
but like the whole Charles thing as well, then wouldn't that take her away as well?
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Or she's just trying to, she's like, I'm all alone, I don't want you to be alone. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
Find you a guy, even if he's a fucking douchebag. I get what that review means, though. That one that says it's kind of like, the story we put there just wasn't...
It's not explained well enough.
Executed as well as it could have been. I feel like it could have been done, I'm not saying they should remake this, but...
I think you have to watch this a few times to get what's going on, with the mother and the whole, like I said, it's a layered film. And this is our final scene with fucking douchebag Mickey, which leads us to our one and only banger of the week.
Yeah.
And it's another Ash Hughes special banger.
Okay.
Boom. So, let me get my notes out here. So my theory is, and I've got evidence for it as well, is that Mickey's ex-wife was abusive.
Okay.
So...
That explains why he's so,
Yeah, I mean, he says at the start that he's having issues with her and that she's problematic. He has custody of the daughter, which, I mean, fact is, statistically, in custody battles, most of the time the mother gets custody.
Yeah.
Also, she sees Fred. And I don't think it's because, obviously, I think it's because she's obviously heard Mickey mention Fred.
Mm-hmm.
But, obviously, that child... might be being mentally abused like Liz was by her mother.
Yeah.
So I think Mickey's ex-wife was abusive.
That explains a lot about his, just
either physically or mentally.
How he acts. Do you know what I mean? How can I won't say clingy, but I feel like he's trying his best to
he's desperate and
he doesn't want to lose someone again or that kind of thing. Yeah, that's a fucking banger.
Yeah, it's only a little one, but it's still a banger.
Still a banger. No shite this year.
Yeah. It's hard to find theories on 30-year-old films that weren't popular.
Yeah.
Unless you've watched them a million times and you come up with it on your own. Couldn't see my hand gestures there, but forget.
Yeah, I saw this, but what did this mean?
That's like what she used to do with Fred, so that's her sort of realising.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fred.
Yeah. Oh, cute.
Yep.
Wow. That was a Drop Dead Fred.
That was Drop Dead Fred.
Still can't believe that Carrie Fisher's in it though.
Brilliant. She's great as well.
It makes no sense to me at this point.
Yeah.
I've only seen this film as a kid, so watching it now is
she's the only friend that Liz has, real friend.
But she's fucking so much older than her.
Yeah. Yeah. Why she got such old? I wonder if that's
But didn't they work together though?
I don't
she
think
got
so.
fired.
No.
I thought she worked in that building with her.
Well, no. She used to work. She was I don't know what the word for it. There is a word for it. She was like the typer in a courtroom, like a transcriptor.
Yeah.
And Carrie Fisher's a lawyer, so maybe
They must have
they've-
worked in this. Must have worked in the same, but maybe worked in the courts, just like through
possibly.
mutual.
It doesn't
being on
matter.
cases together, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and I wonder if that the reason, like, I mean, Charles is definitely a lot older. Like you said, Carrie Fisher's character's a lot older. I wonder if that's the mother. It's like interference as well.
Yeah.
Like she's looking for a mother and father figure in Charles and Carrie Fisher.
Another banger. Another banger.
banger.
That's a secret one, that is.
Yeah, this film is
slippery one. That was.
fucking layered, man.
It is layered, just like onions and Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that done, isn't it? What we got to do? What news we got?
What news we got?
News?
I mean, it's the biggest news of all this week.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
He shoots things out of himself. It's white and it's sticky. It's Spider-Man.
Back with the MCU.
Whoop.
Yeah, I think Venom is as well. Because remember I said last week I saw a little thing where they were saying Venom is involved too.
Yeah. It's part of a deal. It was like a thing going on with the deal, wasn't it? Yeah. That's mental. I mean, we called it ages
I knew
ago.
there was no way.
I'm 100% sure, maybe even a few. It's only been like 5 weeks, right? So within the last 5 weeks, we have said that it's a publicity stunt.
It was Sony posturing, absolutely.
There's no proof that there was any figures, in an agreement. No, there's none of that. It was just basically quotes from Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal and all the rest of people saying they couldn't come to an agreement. And I'm just like, nah, that's a PR stunt. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Unless,
honestly, like I said, I can't imagine that there's not one single person in Sony who would stand up and say, "Is this a good idea?" Do you mean that's impossible? Otherwise, then the company shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Do you mean they wouldn't, because they would have killed that franchise.
Hands down. Yeah.
If they could got Tom Holland back, Zendaya back, you take that Marvel Productions logo off it, people will boycott it just out of like principle.
Spite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, John Watts is back as well, director. All the cast are back. I don't know if Michael Keaton's in it. I'm wondering if they think they'll. I'm wondering if they think
they're going to rush to
Sinister Six.
Yeah, I feel like
they could take another few movies to get there.
I feel like set it up in this one and do it in the
Sinister
next
Six could
one.
be the equivalent to like into the whole Civil War plot. Like it was like a side plot that kind of dipped in to make set up the events of Infinity War.
Who's your villain for this one then?
What for the phase, this new phase or whatever?
Well, for third Spider-Man, yeah.
For Spider-Man, I mean, it's either going to be a rush Sinister Six or it'll be Dark Arc.
You think?
I feel like they might take a route where in his third year, his senior year, he ends up like doing like a part-time working with Octavius.
I think they're going to go with a chameleon. Because now everyone knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the chameleon's going to go run around with Peter Parker's face doing all sorts of crimes. Or at least I think chameleon will definitely be in it.
Yeah.
But also because
I don't think comedian's big enough to. Well, then again, I mean,
neither was Mysterio, man. Neither was Vulture. Definitely wasn't.
I mean,
plus Kraven the Hunter.
Mysterio is a massive villain. He's my favorite, so I think that's why I think he's like and also he was fucking great. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal. You know what I mean? Daddy.
Yeah. They also announced a Madam Web movie.
Yeah.
Don't need that.
Don't need that at all.
Get that off.
No.
Do you know who they should cast though? Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep was Madam Web.
Yeah, why not?
But just don't make it. Whose idea is that?
Don't need it.
No one needs that.
Don't need it yet.
No, we don't need a film of her at all. She does nothing. She sits in a chair and watches the multiverse and interferes. That's not a film.
Oh.
The only way that could work as a film is if they done it as an anthology, and it's not about her. It's about her watching.
She's like
other Spider-Man doing shit.
She's like the Watchers and MCU.
I just can't see that working for me.
No, maybe that's their way of trying to opening something. I don't know.
It's just Sony. I think they're desperate to try and milk
So,
off. They're trying to milk off the Disney wave, because I think Venom only made so much money because people were going in thinking, "Oh, there's definitely going to be a Spider-Man reference." They're lying.
Yeah,
and I think
because I don't think they're allowed to do it because the agreement is that they're not allowed to like have Spider-Man yet. We don't need him. I mean, they do because of money, but why didn't they just do like a similar deal to like Universal?
exactly.
With the Hulk and stuff. But then again, that's even sillier because
But-
they're allowed to make.
Also, we gotta remember, Hulk didn't do that great at Universal anyway, whereas Spider-Man was making bucks.
It only
at
did well
Sony.
enough because there was a Tony Stark
Yeah,
cameo at the end that linked it.
but that's been the Hulk.
I
before
watched that
like
film
the,
though when I redid the MCU. I
like
do
the
watch
Eric Bana
Hulk.
one didn't
No.
do anything.
I like
with
Aaron.
it.
Like we were saying of us, I think Aaron Norton, like he's alright.
But again, like you said, that's because of a little bit of MCU tinkering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas Spider-Man was successful without Marvel's production stuff.
Yeah,
So
That's
it's
true.
easier to do a deal with Hulk than it is Spider-Man.
yeah.
What else? Marvel. Ronda Rousey as She-Hulk. Nope,
She's not a She-Hulk, is she?
they haven't announced it, but like there was that whole news thing where she's like the front runner to do it.
I've seen something.
Last
Stephanie
week,
Beatriz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
She said
I've
she
seen
wanted-
that.
she
I'm up
said she
for
wanted
that.
it.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah, Michael.
I mean, honestly, if they want to go down like they want to have someone like who is combat trained MMA fighter or whatever,
Mhm.
you gotta go with Gina Carano, surely.
I don't want to either. She's too fucking robotic.
Yeah, but name me another female MMA actress.
Don't need one.
No,
Get an
I know,
actress.
but what I'm saying is if that's what they want to do, they're going for Ronda Rousey because of that.
And why can't they just hire actors and then they can train?
No, I
that
agree,
good,
but
you know,
like I
because
said, if they are like, right, we want someone who is an MMA, I can't imagine going with.
Maybe
Yeah, I can't imagine going with Ronda Rousey over Gina Carano. But
I wouldn't go with you. I'd just like.
I'm all for Stephanie Beatriz. I think that should be the choice.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I mean, fuck it, why not? Innit?
I mean, will that mean she'll have to leave Brooklyn Nine-Nine then, though?
It's not gonna go on for long, though, is it? No, it's a TV show, so she should be able to balance both. She-Hulk could probably be produced in a similar way as films.
Yeah, I
Netflix
suppose.
shows did the same. They split over weeks and they do it like Brooklyn Nine-Nine is shot once a week, I think.
Fair,
I think
fair.
it's shot in bulk for a bit. I don't know how TV shows are shot in America and stuff, but I'm pretty sure in the UK it's like once a week. They shoot an episode a week.
What other news we got?
I don't have many news.
I can't think of
other
anything
than
else. No.
Marvel.
Oh, Kevin Feige doing a Star Wars film?
Don't care.
No, not me, to be honest.
I mean,
I'm kind of over Star Wars.
Yeah,
Disney kind of killed it for me, which is really hard to say because I was
because
huge.
you should be the opposite.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can generally say I like or loved from Star Wars since Disney's taken over, Clone Wars doesn't count because it was technically still Lucas from then. Rebels, but there's a big but with that. That's because Dave Filoni does Rebels, and
Yeah.
Dave Filoni also done Clone Wars and stuff for Lucasfilm, and he knows exactly what he's doing, and so does Pablo Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Whereas everything else outside that has been
Well,
trash.
Kathleen Kennedy was the
I don't.
head on the show.
Yeah, I don't think she
She's
makes
gone
great
now.
decisions.
They've cut her off, I think.
Have they?
Yeah, a while back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think because
probably
The
a
Last
good choice.
Jedi just didn't do so well, or Solo didn't do as well, and it's like
They got no idea what they're doing with Star
as a
Wars.
thing. I want to campaign a thing about films and how money should not be
Yeah.
the deciding factor when you should make a sequel or whether you should, because you shouldn't make a sequel just because they're made well. Honestly, do you know what I mean? Make some more original stuff.
I think
There's there's millions of talented screenwriters out there.
I think part of the
creating
problem as well
original
is
ideas.
they've just announced everything. Fucking Ryan Johnson's doing a trilogy. The Game of Thrones guys are doing a trilogy. That's without like.
Don't need it.
They said, oh, they're going to do another trilogy again. That's not about the Skywalkers. Kevin
Stop.
Feige's now doing a film. That's
They keep
like
announcing like,
13,
oh, we've got
14
like
films.
we got like 30 films coming from this one
Yeah.
director, and you're like, hey, you start trying to do an MCU. MCU only did that once in Phase 2 for Phase 3, and then it fucked up for them, so they're not doing that anymore. But they're announcing things that are in production.
Yeah.
Like they're in production. These are just ideas, you know. What are they doing? Just make a film. Don't announce they're making a trilogy. Just make a film.
Yeah.
Because people are going to say, oh, trilogy. Oh, well, the first one wasn't as good. Hopefully the next one's better. It's just luring people in for money. They're just luring in stupid people.
That's like the thing with the Mortal Engines books now. Peter Jackson done the film adaptation, and
I mean,
it's supposed to be. It'll need to be a trilogy, but that's not going to be a
Fully
trilogy
done
now.
that, eh?
Yeah, it's come out. It's all right. I enjoyed it, but like I said, I'm a big fan of the books. But also, you can't make those books into films. It doesn't
No.
translate. I mean, the film is alright, but it's just alright, and there's so much missing from it.
Yeah.
It is impossible to translate that book as a film. It's just
It's too big.
yeah. Do you mean? And again, you can't say that's going to be a trilogy, and that's not getting a second and third. There's no way.
No.
I don't think so. I'd be sure. Don't get me wrong. I'd be glad if it does, because, like I said, I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
I really don't fucking see it.
Okay.
That's it for the news, now.
That's it for the news. Yeah, what did we watch, or what we watched, sorry.
Well, I'm assuming we've both watched the newest episode of Always Sunny.
I haven't yet.
No?
No, I'm waiting for the boys.
Oh, man.
Waiting for the boys to watch it so we can watch it together, I guess.
Oh, shocking. I watched it.
What do you think?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the thing is with sitcoms, it's hard to, like, say things about them, do you mean? Because you either laugh or you don't, you know?
Was it like a decent episode, though? Did
Yeah,
it feel
definitely.
like Old Sunny?
Yeah, it's definitely very fucking cool.
Apparently,
It's
season 4, I've with people saying season 14 so far feels like Old Sunny.
Yeah,
Like,
no, yeah,
like
it
pre
does.
season 10, 9, 10.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It was decent. Alexi and I can't remember the other guy's name, but just Alexi and whatever.
Okay.
I think it's Nikki, Alexi and Nikki, maybe. Just man, so funny.
I'll watch that.
Meat
now.
cubes.
I don't know what the hell that means.
It's good. It's good.
Boogie Nights. I watched Boogie Nights.
Yeah?
Again, yeah. Seen that? You haven't seen that? You haven't seen it yet?
No, I still haven't seen it. I don't know why.
Because it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, that is it. It's
I mean, if you did you like Goodfellas?
alright.
You didn't like The Wolf of Wall Street, did you?
No.
It's got a vibe of both of them. It follows one person, kind of like, it's about the porn industry, and his name's Dirk Diggler. Like, what a great name!
Fair.
It's really good as well. It just the way it's kind of more like Wolf of Wall Street, I'd say, in terms of like just how the structure works.
Yeah.
How they just go through different decades, but they only go through the 70s and 80s. But Wolf of Wall Street goes through like. It doesn't even show you where it goes through. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it's next minute it's just the 90s and Foo Fighters is playing on the background. You're like, hang on, I thought we were still in the 80s. Do you know what I mean? But it's great. Don Cheadle's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, Julianne Moore.
Decent.
The woman from Austin Powers kind of run him.
Which Austin Powers was the
And
first?
the second one.
Second one. Heather Graham.
Heather Graham. I keep thinking her name is fucking. I don't know. Yeah. Fucking Burt Reynolds.
Fair.
Yeah, say no more.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds, man. I haven't got the moustache though. It's a shame. Yeah. That's Boogie Nights.
Yeah, I watched the new.
Kind of cut that out because I just rambled on.
I watched the new South Park.
The new South Park is out, is it? 23, is it? Season 23.
Mexican Joker, yeah.
Mexican joke. What?
I wasn't too fast on it, to be honest.
No.
No, I didn't laugh.
Is it dying on you?
It's not, because I really enjoyed the last season. I don't know, it's
Just one.
just didn't land. Just didn't land.
episode.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's funny bits in it, but I wasn't.
Laughing out loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't rank it.
It's not quite cat orgy.
Yeah.
Episode.
Jackie! How far into it are you now?
I just watched that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
right.
season's that? Like
3.
3.
Well, I could be doing better.
You've got so much. Have you seen the Game of Thrones ones?
No, I haven't.
Why have you not watched the Game of Thrones?
Because I want to watch in order.
No, fuck watching it in order.
No, I want to watch in order. That's the way I work. My brain works. You have to do it. Season 1. That's why when I rewatch TV shows, I'm like, I get
You're
to
gonna
season
struggle
1
because some episodes in that, like
early few years. Yeah,
Yeah.
some are a bit slow. Like the
it picks up from
The,
I think about
what's it
season
called?
7. Man,
the planet Arium.
you
that
love the planetarium.
Planet.
Bring all your friends to the planetarium. Yeah. No, I think it starts to peak at season 7, and then for me it just continues peaking right up until about season 18.
I've seen a lot of episodes from later on, just watching it through the years on Comedy Central and stuff. But I've only ever seen the first 5 seasons, and I know I've seen every episode from those first 5 seasons. But yeah, so there's a lot of episodes I have just not seen.
I don't know which season it's in, but have you done Mr. Hankey's Christmas special yet?
The one when he reads from the book.
Yeah,
I've seen that one.
the
Yeah,
songs.
the songs. Yeah.
Right, honest to God, anytime Who comes up for a night, we watch that episode and sing along to it. It doesn't matter what time of year it is.
Is
January,
it on
February,
with
March.
Cornwallis poo?
No, that's much later on. That's like season 6 maybe.
Fuck, Cornwallis.
I
remember I think I remember when season 7 came out. I think was it season 7? The one with the they joined the scouts and the guy's like a pedo or something. Yeah.
Oh God, I think that's quite early. Oh no, actually no, that is it, because that's where Jimmy first comes into it.
Yeah, season 7. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah,
no,
that was
right.
years ago.
Yeah, Jimmy just
it's like
comes into it.
2005 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll wait and see what the second one is. Hopefully
Guys,
I like it.
My name's Jimmy.
I watched Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And we need to check when that was put into production and written, because if it was before Endgame, Marvel got a big problem on their hands.
Which one's that now? Is that the one with Stanley? Is it the film?
What now?
No, that like Stanley had a cameo in it, like an animated version.
Oh no.
No, have you seen
Teen
that?
Titans.
Is it Teen Titans? He's in that.
Teen Titans is DC.
Yeah, I know, but there's
I
remember
you telling me. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm in the wrong universe or something. Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah. So it's them, but it's with like the Teen Titans series from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And there's a scene in it which is very Endgame.
They facing each other or something.
Then Rob clicks a finger and loads of like pink portals open up behind him, and Teen Titans from all the other universes comes through. So like the Young Justice ones come through, and it's like Nightwing and all of them.
Right.
The original Teen Titans.
What's this called?
Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
2019 film. 21st of July after.
Yeah, but when was it? There was no way it was put into production before Endgame.
I mean, no, because it's computer animated. They can do it way quicker than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Whether it's a little joke at Endgame's expense, or they are just straight up ripping off Endgame.
They said it's more thematically similar to Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it is. That is really good.
That would make more sense. Yeah.
Because the Teen Titans Go thing, I can't deal with the animation. It's too childish. But the original Teen Titans was the shit, so I was quite excited to see that. And then so when they bring all the others in, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Titans this week. I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah.
From what I hear, Aqualad is in it, because the episode's title is Aqualad.
Fuck you know. I love that Aqualad.
Yeah.
What a fucking stupid name.
He's alright.
Is there an Aqua Boy?
No.
No, it's Aqualad.
Just Aqualad.
They thought, this.
Aqualad's a good character, man.
You got Bat Boy or whatever, and now you got Aqualad.
Not having that. Aqualad's a
is there like a Green Lantern one equivalent?
No,
because I know isn't
the
Green Arrow one is fucking Speedy in it?
Oh, Green Arrow, psychic changes all the time. 1 minute he's Speedy, then he's Arsenal, then he's Red Hood.
Yeah, Speedy though, he's a fucking heroin addict, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Give him a fucking slap for that.
He did. Oh yeah,
he did. It's very controversial.
He did die, right?
Well, I just said no one in comics dies, so.
No, but if he died from a heroin overdose, though.
No.
Oh, well, shame. Should have.
Yeah.
What do you get?
I watched Hitman 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So for the first time out, I watched those films. Not as much 3. I don't like 3 that much. I've watched the first 2 at least 6 times on Netflix. For the first time last night, I noticed there's dubbed versions. I didn't watch the first one because it depresses me. I mean, they're all quite depressing, but
yeah.
Either way. So I was like, because I noticed, because it came up with writing, and I was like, well, why isn't it translating that in the subs? Because it normally does. And then I also noticed it was on English dubbed. I made it about 30 seconds into it.
How bad is it?
It's the worst thing ever. It is awful. I don't understand, like, how can you be a voice actor or anyone involved in dubbing and not understand how to, like, express emotion in your voice? He's just
talking.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's weird as shit. It's really, like, monotone. Everyone sounds like the same person is dubbing every
someone's just
character.
reading the script, like, just without.
Yeah. And it honestly sounds like the same person is just dubbing everyone, so you can't tell. It's literally harder to understand than when it's in Chinese. That's honest to God. And there's a lot of, like, fake Chinese accents, which I think are probably quite racist.
Yeah.
And it's just, I made it about 20 seconds and I skipped through a little bit just to, like,
to see if it was,
and then,
if it got bad at now. I didn't.
Yeah. But I knew, honestly, once I heard it, man's voice, I was like, nah. Give me Donnie Yen. Give me Donnie Yen. I don't need to understand what he's saying.
Just give me Donnie Yen.
Yeah. And they are two great films, so.
I still need to watch them.
Still haven't
seen them. Are they all on Netflix?
Yeah.
Number 4 was out this year, isn't it?
20th of December.
Yeah, we did check them. And you're like back in episode 1, that was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm excited, but I'm not at the same time. I got weird feelings about number 3. Number 3 is a strange film.
Is it a prequel?
No.
Oh.
It's like 2 films in one.
That would have been good though.
It just can't decide what it is. Like half of it is this like gangster mafia like extortion thing.
Yeah.
But they wrap that up like halfway through the film, and then suddenly the second part is about like him arguing with another.
Is it kind of like season 8
like
Game of Thrones? It's just 2 separate things.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. But that's when they stop running out of really interesting like true stories to tell about him. So
yeah,
it's kind of thing, which is why
he's the guy who trained Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yeah. Well, this is where they're going with the 4th one. The 4th one now, he's going to San Francisco, which means straight away that this whole film is false. But I'll enjoy the action. So.
I mean, he's going to start speaking English now, isn't he?
I don't think no. I was thinking that, but I don't think there will be, because there's bits of English in 2 and 3, but they're not very good.
We might have to though, because he's in San Francisco. You can't have everyone speaking Chinese in San Francisco. That would be even
San Francisco in the 60s. Oh, you could. I mean,
yeah, good point. All right, got me there.
Like,
yeah,
Chinatown, innit?
Yeah, fucking got me there. Man in the High Castle, innit?
Mm-hmm.
But that's Japanese.
It's Japanese, yeah. Also, Nazis aren't owning at the minute. Yeah, but like I said, it doesn't. Any Chinese film, right? If you watch any Chinese martial arts film, the plot could be absolute trash. The action's probably going to be pretty top notch because they know what they're fucking doing. They really do.
And like shitty CGI in it, or was it?
No, that's the thing. I hate wire work. Like, have you seen House of Flying Daggers? And like those really bad. I can't stand that.
Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, I like that film, but that type of thing
that is great.
Really takes me out of the film. Like, it really fucking bugs me.
Yeah.
And there's like only 2 or 3 little bits like that in it, man. But they're not like too ridiculous. I mean, they're not.
It's not like quite Matrix.
Yeah, it's not like stupid. Like the stupidest one is this guy kicks a stool. Like they got stools like up with the legs up, and one guy kicks one on to the other, and then jumps on a table, and it's not that like. It doesn't take out the film as much as like most of them do. Yeah, okay. And they don't really do it much. And the fighting is all like, most of it is like there's very very little cuts, and they do something which is something I hate about Hollywood films of like when they're fighting like 10 people, but they go in one at a time. Like I hate that.
Yeah,
even John Wick does that. Like John Wick, I think is probably the best action film at the moment. Like. The way it's filmed wise, and even then, like you'd be facing 5 people and they just go at him one at a time. It's like there's 5 of you in pile in, whereas the Ip Man film just doesn't do that. Like if he's fighting like 20 people, like he's fighting 6 people are coming in at a time. Do you mean?
Yeah, why would you not?
Really good. Yeah,
because that's
how it would be.
Like,
yeah,
boys, there's like 60 of us here, and he's like, there's one guy, there's one Ip Man there.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, guy, Dave. Just pile on him.
Yeah, or like even if you go one at a time, he's just like, oh, well, he's just taking the first one out. I'll go again on my own. No, he wouldn't, would you? But the film does it really well. It just doesn't do that.
So bodyguards work, don't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Kill
really
him! And he's just like one goes at a time. And he's like.
In fact, I'm gonna watch Iceman tonight.
It's kind of like fighting in Batman, the Arkham series, though, isn't it? Just one at a time.
Yeah, do you mean just?
It's not like the Shadow series where they all just come out like 50 orcs, and you're like.
That's why that game is so hard.
Yeah, I'm trapped in the fucking arena. There's an arena.
Oh, right, yeah, we gotta fight the champion. You gotta fight 3 in a row.
It's fucking hard, man.
Really?
He's adapted to all my like tricks. He's like Spider-Man. I'm Mysterio.
Not using enough tricks, mate.
Huh?
Not using enough tricks.
Alright, fair, but you know, I'm like a shitty Doctor Strange.
We'll go downstairs in a bit and I'll do it and show how it's done.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure you can reload missions and just do them.
Yeah.
If not, I'll just do it because I'm fucking way far in anyway. Really, I love that game.
It's fucking good.
That's
why I haven't played in a while. You know, if I don't play it
from your previous save as well. So the last champion you fight will be your biggest enemy from Shadow Mordor.
Yeah.
So that guy you couldn't beat is that probably why you're struggling because it's him.
He's a little fucking asshole. Isn't he level 18 as well?
See, I knew how to set it up to who it would be, so I set my guy up as like absolute pants, like the worst, weakest orc, and then he transferred it like. Because you can also get like your most loyal, and I made sure my most loyal was like absolute peak, like as he could be before he transferred over.
Yeah, fucking hell. No, I enjoyed Mordor, but I had this when I was fighting the War Chiefs. I struggled on that for years, and then when I go back to it, I just had this little bit of me like, oh, you enjoyed it now, but how long until you have to do something you're gonna be stuck on?
You're not
again?
even like.
I finished Mordor though. I'm in war. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I'd say maybe 10% ish, maybe.
Yeah, it was like 10-11%. Yeah.
Yeah, Christ, you got a long way to go, man.
I know.
You haven't done Siege yet, then.
The siege of
like a fortress, like where you take over a fortress.
Oh no, I haven't. No, I don't think so.
Fair.
Yeah,
got a long way
it's a big game. This one, isn't it?
It is a big game, yeah.
I can't wait to play. I just want to get past that fucking.
It's
bit.
a good game.
You have to just physically come up to mine and just do it.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Yeah, well, that's
fucking easier.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I got to try to get Anson to do it, and he and Josh did when I would go. It was just like, come on, guys, help me fucking smash this. It's fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, I think that's. Oh no, I watched Fatal Deviation.
Oh god, yeah,
amazing martial arts Irish film. Honestly,
we've gone from it, man, to this.
Yeah. So, all right, man.
That wasn't an Irish accent, was it?
It wasn't. I can't do it now because I just fucked it the first one up.
I wouldn't either after that first one.
That's a good soundbite, that, isn't it?
Yeah, cancelled in Highland.
No, every time I think I'm going to do in Scottish, fucking hell, my brain's just thinking, all right, man.
Not Scottish either.
I know. I'm terrible with accents, alright? Until I got like actual something to read.
Yeah.
If I'm reading In Bruges, I'll do you a good Dublin accent.
Yeah, but is that in your head though? Doesn't count if it's in your head.
I don't know. I didn't record. I haven't recorded or nothing, but
yeah, it doesn't count if you're doing it in your head.
I mean, I did read something to Laura, and she was like, "Oh, you sound like a bit like Colin Farrell." I was like, "She is, pal."
Sweet. That's done for another week then, is it?
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Conversation Is podcast.
Boom.
I've been Charlie Pitson.
And I am Ash Hughes.
Go subscribe to HillRat on YouTube.
Yeah, HillRat Productions. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, and the Conversation Is, same. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yep, we're all over the place.
Just
we're like chlamydia everywhere. And just spreading silently.
The silent killer.
Yeah. And you're on that then, is it?
Yeah.